Good day, everyone. Our next topic for today is the measures of variability. And under measures of variability are the following: range, variance, and standard deviation. So we are going to solve for the measures of variability of ungrouped data. So first on the list is the range. So in statistics, the difference between the highest and lowest observations in a given data is called the. So always remember that range is the difference between highest and lowest. So you are going to subtract the highest and the lowest, and their difference would be the range. So here is the example. So we have to find the range of the data 21, 6, 17, 18, 12, 8, 4, and 13. So the solution here, the given are 21, 6, 17, 18, 12, 8, 4, and 13. And what is our highest value? It is the 21, and the lowest value is 4. So therefore, the range is equals to the highest minus the lowest value is equals to 21 minus 4, and the answer is 17. So therefore, the answer for this given example is 17. The range of this given example is 17. Another example is, let us find for the range of the following given scores of students in their mathematics subject. And the given are 96, 98, 80, 75, 94, 91, 83, and 95. And what is our highest value? The highest value is 98. And our lowest value is 75. Alright, so let us find for the range of these given scores. So, range is equals to highest value minus lowest value, and our highest value is equals to 98 minus lowest value is 75. So the answer is 23. So the range of this given scores is equals to 23. So as simple as that. And that is how to get the range of the given ungrouped data. Okay? So here's the definition of variance. Variance is expected value of the squared variation of a random variable from its mean value in probability and statistics. So informally, variance estimates how far a set of numbers, random okay? So a set of numbers are spread out from their mean value. And the value of variance is equal to the square of standard deviation. So kapag given na yung standard deviation, i-square nyo lang yon at yun na yung variance of the given set. Alright? Always remember that standard deviation, the square of standard deviation is the variance. The third measures of variability is standard deviation, which is very important sa ating mga thesis, in creating our researches. Okay, so the definition of standard deviation, it measures the variability of the statistical population, dataset, or probability distribution, and is the square root of variance. Pag sinabi nating standard deviation, i-square root mo lang yung variance, is yun na yung ating standard deviation. Kung kanina, ang variance is you have to square the standard deviation. And kapag sinabi naman nating standard deviation, you have to square root. Okay? So, maiintindihan nyo, or mas lalo nyo maiintindihan ang variance and standard deviation kapag nag-proceed na tayo sa mga examples. For example, let us take the following data: 14, 18, 12, 15, 11, 19, 13, and 22. So as you can see in this given presentation, inarrange nila yung data from lowest to highest. And the first step, we are going to find for the mean of the given data. And the mean of the given data is 15.5. And then, after getting the mean of the given data, we have to find for the difference of the given x and the mean for each data points. Example, yung first data natin is 11. And look at the adjacent row. So, 11 minus 15.5. So, saan natin nakuha yung 15.5? It is from the mean. The answer is negative 4.5. So, same as yun ang gagawin nyo din sa lahat ng given data hanggang sa highest data. So, ang next step na gagawin dito, since nakuha na natin yung difference ng ating given x and yung mean, ngayon, the difference of it, we have to square. We have to find for the squares of our given values. So the square of negative 4.5 is equals to 20.5. The square of negative 3.5 is 12.5. The square of negative 2.5 is equals to 6.5. So, ganun ang gagawin hanggang sa pinakahuling given value natin. Finding the squares of our, or the difference of our given values and the mean. Now, nakuha na natin yung squares of the difference of mean and our given data. So, we have to calculate the mean of the squares of our calculated data. So, variance is equals to the summation of the square of the difference of given value and mean divided by the total number of the given data. So, first is we have to add muna yung ating mga nakuhang squares from the difference of x and our mean. So, it is equals to 102 divided by 8 sila. So, it is 12.75. So, yan ang ating variance. And, kapag ini-square naman natin yung ating variance, or, getting the square root of the variance is our standard deviation. Therefore, ang ating standard deviation is equals to 3.57. Always remember that our standard deviation is the square root of the variance. And vice versa, ang ating variance naman is the square of standard deviation. Another example, so we are going to find for the variance and standard deviation of this given data. So these are 5, 6, 9, 10, and 8. So first, we are going to arrange from lowest to highest, 5, 6, 8, 9, and 10. Next is we are going to find for the mean of this given data. So our mean is the summation of x divided by n. So 5 plus 6 plus 9 plus 10 plus 8 divided by ilan tong data natin? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And our mean is 7.6. Alright? For our next column, okay, x. Okay, let's represent this x sub 1 less our mean. So, 5 less 7.6, 6 less 7.6, 8 less 7.6, 9 less 7.6, and 10 less 7.6. Okay, let's create another column, which is our x sub 1 or the given data less 7.6. So, dito na yung kanilang mga sagot. So, 5 minus 7.6 is equals to negative 2.6. Next is negative 1.6. Next, 8 minus 7.6 is equals to 0.4. Next, 9 minus 7.6 is equals to 1.4. And 10 minus 7.6 is equals to 2.4. Okay, so that is for this column. Next column is, let us find for the square of, okay, sorry for that. So we are going to find for the squares of x sub 1 less 7.6. Okay, square natin yan. So that is for this next column. So the square of negative 0.6 is equals to 6.76. And the square of negative 1.6 is equals to 2.56. The square of 0.4 is equals to 0.16. The square of 1.4 is equals to 1.96. And the last, the square of 2.4 is equals to 5.76. Alright? So, nakuha na natin yung kanilang mga squares. Now, we are going to find for the variance. So, ang formula ng variance is equals to the summation of the square of the difference. Okay, sorry for that. Divided by n. Okay, so ano ang ating nakuhang squares of the difference of our given value and mean? So, 6.76 plus 2.56 plus 0.16 plus 1.96 plus 5.76 divided by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is equals to, okay, so the sum of this is 17.2 divided by 5. So, therefore, ang ating variance is 3.44. Okay, so ito ang ating variance, 3.44. And the formula for our standard deviation is equals to the square root of variance. So, square root, ano ang ating variance? Ito, 3.44. So, the square of, sorry, the square root of 3.44 is 1.85. So, yan na ang ating standard deviation. Okay, so ganyan kung paano natin kukunin ang variance and standard deviation of a given dataset.